Hello everyone, hello, it's Katie here, and first off, I wanted to apologize for last week's video. I did not make it clear that halfway through the video, I did return back the next day and filmed in sunlight and talked about where all the stickers were and everything. I did place the stickers in the dark, but I just did notice from my view numbers that people were leaving rather early, which I understand. So right after I film this, I'm going to put chapters in and maybe change the thumbnail. I don't think it's going to make a big difference. And also, it is what it is. I'm moving on. But I also was about to film last night. And what's happening is it is getting a little darker here sooner. And so I'm misjudging my hour that I need to sit here and put this together. And I'm like, oh, the lighting's really good right now. And an hour later, it's not. So I'm coming around. I did just get these. This is from May of 25, Sterling ink, and I just feel like this is my mood today. I wanted to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stickers. Keep it really simple, but they have a lot of impact. And yeah, I just liked the design of them. It just feels a little dreamy, not too hot. This doesn't feel like, because for May, sometimes she coordinates the flowers to the time of the year. And May is kind of one of those transition months where it can start off cooler and get a little warmer. I'm hoping for the opposite, for it to go warmer and go into cooler. And I think that's part of this. And a lot of people are talking online about how dreamlike and nostalgic August is. And I think we think about fitting in some of those last vacations, those last moments. And when we think back through the years, we think of summer and we think of late summer and we get that feeling of, oh, there's this upcoming going back to school, whether you're a parent and your kids are going back to school or you were a kid and you were going back to school. It does affect a lot of people's lives. Not everyone. If you're child-free, great. I celebrate you. I really do. And there still can be this kind of transition. Sometimes you are starting a new job around that time. Maybe your personal work shifts a bit if it's affected by the seasons. So yeah, I would love to hear, in the Southern Hemisphere, do you feel that same way about August at all? Or is this a Northern Hemisphere thing? Because it would be transitioning from, let's see, kind of winter into spring. So it'd be kind of like early spring for you, I think. Like, I'd have to check in with some of the people I watch right now in the Southern Hemisphere, but I think they're not spring yet, because it's still kind of cuspy. So, yeah, and does that coincide with school down there? I need to do some research, but if you're a viewer, I would love to hear from you. I know a few who have talked about that, but I mean, South America can be very different from Australia in terms of school schedules and things. So I would love to hear from anyone. Yeah, I feel like it is very Northern Hemisphere to have those, but that's kind of how I was raised. I mean, I was raised in the U.S., now living in Europe, and I feel those same synchronicities. So yeah, let me know. On that kind of same note, I did pick temperance, which seek moderation. Extremes lead to imbalance and exhaustion. And I feel like this was a good transition from last week. Care for yourself and surroundings, listen to your needs. Definitely did that. It helped a lot. Anyway, here's the card. I love these cards. They're linked below if you're interested. And yeah, it's just picking out which ones go where. I was thinking like this big one down here, but I don't want it there. Like this big one, I feel maybe it would have been better right here, but I think we're going to put it here to kind of anchor and then have flowers over here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I need to get access to my drawer first of all here. Get my tools out. Oops, everything is going. Okay. I have a different little pouch here that I will talk about in a different video, but for now, let's see where the edges of this, because this is a very, but I just love this ornate kind of look. I don't know where this is or if it's just kind of in her imagination, because sometimes you can kind of pinpoint some of her work. Let's see. I want to try to put this vertical line on a vertical line here. Let's see. It's a little off kilter there. Are we gonna just let it go? I think so. I think so. And then, yeah, I feel like it's, even though I feel like it might need to be on that side, I feel like it's just at least anchoring there. So, oh, and then I do have a purple highlighter here. I don't want to use too much of it. So I'm just going to do here, because it is quite bright. And then trying to stay in the lines here. A little like that. Let's see. I don't think these layer as much as the Tombos do. So I can kind of fill in a little. They still layer. I mean, anything is going to, because you're putting more ink down. But I think that's all I want to put there. And I think, just in case, just put this on the top. I won't do a bottom line. I do have to say, I did, talking planners, I did order a, hi doggy, a faded Chronicle for next year. What I could tell is that this grid is a whole lot smaller, which I don't think I'm gonna like. I thought they had reset it to what it was this year, but to have these crunched even more, like, I'm only operating in here. I don't need a ton up and down. And I do think this is just too restrictive for me, especially, I appreciate this being printed out. I do, but it's not too hard to just make a new tracker somewhere. But like this, like all the boxes are just getting to me. And then you know, we're starting 8 months in here and we have so much in here. I thought about transitioning to this book, because this goes from 26 to 27. I have not started anything in here. I don't know if I can keep up a daily. That's the part, is like this daily here. I don't know. But the verticals are in here, and I really like the vertical. And then the horizontal part is not in here, and it would go on the daily. So I don't know. I'm still, like, it's sitting there. I got it really at a discount because she was letting him go at that point. And I think I'm just gonna have to experiment for a week in there and see. I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to do it. So because now all the purple is down, let's put these down. And I love, like, these look like little letters, but what, that kind of, I'm just trying to look at what's underneath there. It almost looks like a little invoice. It doesn't look like an actual letter, so it could be like a business letter almost. Well, is that where I want it? Actually, I do. It accidentally stuck down there, but that's actually where I wanted it. We're gonna go with it. So, and then I think I want to put 2 here. We'll see if there's like one more I want to put here. It might be too much though. But that's how I envision these. I love how they're kind of already what is it called? When you mash things together like this, when you kind of situate them together. I want to call it a montage, but it's a collage. That's what I'm trying to think of. And a collage. Because I'm not great doing collages, like putting mixed media together. I've tried, and I need to practice. It's a skill. It's a skill that I can learn. I think I want to put this one here. And this has a bit more of a rosy tone to it. We're just going to, let's see, Monday, do I have anything scheduled? No, I think I'll be okay if I, whoops, little, and I didn't stick it down on my skin. So we're gonna go nice and slow. There we go. Sometimes it helps to do that. There we go. Okay. So I could put this one up here. Or if I put it here, would it be too much? Because this feels pretty good here, but it might be too much here. I like covering this part up because I don't want it. I don't use it. Okay, so it would be here. Yeah, I think it's too much. I mean, it's really pretty here. I don't think it's bad here at all. Is there something else I could put here? Do I have a sticky note of any kind? Like a little, maybe there's something else I can find to put there, because I do kind of like this. I'm looking at my monitor now. Kind of here. This is my biggest decision today. Let's see. I think if this was lower, I could like, I think I need to find something else here. Here it feels, because of the vertical, it feels like it lengthens the sticker. So I think either, I think right there. There we go. Because usually the vertical, I'm not using it a whole lot, but I also leave it a little bit more sparse, and I feel like this might be too much. So this one is gone. Is there though, let me look at a sampler or something and see if there's something that will match. Okay, so I did get this sampler. This one looks a little too bright. I could put this here. That's totally different though. What about this one or this one? I'm wondering about this one. It's kind of neutral. So not this. I don't think that one. It's like these two. Where there is this little kind of airmail stamp. Ooh. What about this one? There's some more lines going on in here. I don't want to do that. I'm kind of wondering about this one because it has similar tones. It has tones between these two. I think it's this one. So that one there. So I wanted something smaller. Just to fill that up. There. That definitely matches those tones. That feels better, and that feels more cohesive that way. Cool. So I wrote some things here, and let's see. I have a really long list because it's 2 weeks. So we had, oh, I wanted to mention, let's see, we had all of these things. Oh, did we stop there, huh? We have a lot of meals. A lot of meals. We had, I don't know if I took a picture of it. I'm going to show it from, okay. Sorry, I thought really quick that there was a KitchenAid mixer for sale in our area, and I was going to be like, what? What can I do there? My recipes. We had, I can link this probably below, but it is going to be in Dutch, and it is going to have grams in it. So, but we do shop a lot at Albert Heijn, and there is this summer bowl with pearl couscous, halloumi, and strawberry dressing that we had. It was amazing. Amazing here. So I'll leave this linked below, and I think it's easy enough to kind of make it wherever you're at too. Here is the recipe there. But you know, if you have a bag of spinach and if you have like a container of strawberries and you have an onion, 1 block of halloumi, like you can kind of, and then the couscous, we just made the whole box. Yeah, it was so good. It was so good. I think we added just a little bit more salt. They do undersalt things here, and that's, you know, healthy and great. We're just used to a little bit more salt. So I will link this below. This is translated into English in the app, but when I link things, for the most part, I notice the web version is in Dutch, but you can translate it. It's amazing. Yeah, and it had roasted pecans. Yeah, and it took a little while, but it was so good. So I thought, I'm trying to think if I took a picture of it. If I did, I'll put it in my Joy Journal. But yeah, so these are meals for this coming week, and I will transfer those over. What do I have scheduled? I don't think I have anything scheduled, honestly. I had stuff last week because I was helping a client/friend move in a bit, like I was just doing little parts. Let's put it on this week. There we go. Okay, anything scheduled? We have the eclipse. Let's see. Wednesday at about 5:30 it starts. Oops, see if I can write it. Eclipse. We're gonna go here to about 8:30. No, to about 10. That might be like the middle of it. So I ordered some glasses. We'll see if they come on Monday. Oh, I do have a consult. Okay, 6:15. Oh, it is right here, isn't it? Yeah, the type of work that I do, it's like sporadic because I have a lot of I'm doing like 5 different businesses. And so it's not like I'm focused on one business and I have like clients every day. I have clients for that. I have clients for another thing. And then, and I sell my downloads and I do my YouTube videos. Is there anything else? I'm glad I saw this because I thought I had nothing tomorrow, and then I'm glad I saw that. I do need to, that's business stuff. I don't need to do that. There was someone I was going to meet up with this week, but they are not feeling well, so that's not going to happen. But there's a shop I need to stop by. There's a plant shop. So let me put that on here. Because I really would like to go by there. And then we have an e-waste. It's it's not a surge protector. It's just like it's where you plug in, computer device or whatever. It's a power strip, but it's not a surge protector, and it was buzzing, and so I need to get rid of it, and I don't want to put it in the trash. So I want to figure out where I can take that. What else? We got a lot of other stuff done. We got a lot of boxes done. Oh, check with SI. So on that note of not sure about Faded Chronicle here, I do want to get the new one in my hands. I do want to see how crowded this is, because I did see someone flip through and there was just so much more room down here, and maybe that is a good thing. I don't know, but I can't write smaller than this. This to me is kind of writing on the small side. So, and I don't like it when squares are not matching. See, these grids match. Like this line lines up with this line, which lines up with the bottom. So my understanding is that it's a totally different grid on the vertical. And I know Tiffany is trying out these things. She has this, and she has a design team, and she has people looking over this. But when this is something deep that I've done for a long time, is when you have grids, you can have everything is in thirds, you can have everything in fourths, you can do a lot of things, but the base grid needs to match up in some kind of way, whether you're splitting the grid or whether, this is for web concepts. You want to do the same thing for websites, because people will feel that it's off. Now, when you flip the page, maybe people won't feel that it's off, because it's a different use case. When you're scrolling down a web page, you're looking at a lot of different content, and it's all presented on one page. But when you flip a page, when you literally don't have two things to compare, you may not have that. I do know that just in my printed stuff, I have the base grid, and then I remove lines to make more room for larger handwriting. And that's just my choice. I I'm not saying one is right or the other. I'm talking about when things feel off, base grids can be part of the issue of that. It's kind of like when you are typesetting and you look at letters and the word or the sentence feels a little off. It's because someone didn't go through and kern them, which is like when you have an O and a C right next to each other, you have to get them a little closer as opposed to like an H or an L. You have to get this just a little closer to make it feel, otherwise it feels like this. You actually, maybe the actual font does this, but then you actually nudge it a little closer. But if it's like a B, I don't think I can make a B. There's a B. Then it's okay if it's a little further away because there's more space, or an R or a K or something. Anyway, that's just some kind of design stuff. There is old design rules, and some of them have phased out over time, but there's also this feeling that you get when you like look at a design, you're like, that feels a little off. I don't know. So the higher end, like magazines, print houses, books, they know a lot of these rules, and they know and have designers who handle that. So what else? Let me put my client meeting on here. Did I put... Oh, I should put I had a client meeting here too. Just want to make sure I put those in. Was this a bin? Yeah, I was gonna say we had trash last week. Oops, I'll get it in the morning. So no bin this week, but we do need to get the recycling over. That's a double I. I don't care. We're gonna leave that. So, like, this purple is a little brighter. This is more of a blue in here. This is more of a pink, but this is what I was trying to match, which is a little warmer than that. It's hard because I was looking at like here. So this would have been more like this pink. Well, no, that's even. And this blue here is a little more in this range. So I was contemplating using this one, but I'm like, no, I think I'll go here because it matches that better. And that's what happened. That's how I do that. So I think that's it. I don't have meals planned out here, but a check-in with the meal planner. Where is it? I swear I'm gonna do a separate video on this, but I did use it. Is this the right week? Yeah. So this is this upcoming week. And what instead, I've been writing out things because a lot of times my son doesn't eat what we're eating. So I have alternatives. So yes, we're cooking 2 meals a night sometimes. I'm using a use up list instead of writing out everything. I think I started off with like a whole pantry listing over here. And now I'm like, okay, here's what we need to use up. So that's helping. The A's here just means that all of us will eat it. And on these other nights, this is when I lean on his alternates here. So, and then up here, I'll write what is actually done. I forgot to do it up here. And now I'm putting the temperature because we have ribs to make, but we're not going to make them on a hot day, which is like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I think we're going to have to do it Monday or Tuesday, or wait till next weekend because the middle day's here. So I put an H for hot. So it's definitely, it's helping a lot to see It's doing two things, actually. One thing is that I'm missing less of like little ingredients that I'm forgetting. Like I would forget a whole meat or something because I had an identical meat for another dish, and I feel like, oh, I bought beef, but I needed beef for 2 meals. That kind of stuff. It's showing like, oh, I have beef here and here. I need to go look at the order and make sure that there's 2. And the other thing, it's allowing me to try more recipes that have a lot more ingredients because I feel like I can keep track of them there. Instead of taking, like I just showed that strawberry salad, of when you add those to the list, it's organizing them by department. And so all of a sudden you can't remember which ingredient was to what recipe. So, I mean, I can just trust like, okay, I added it, so don't remove anything. But if I go back later, I'm like, well, maybe I don't want to do that recipe. It's really hard to extract. But yeah, it's helping me take complicated recipes of things, all these other ingredients, and also seeing like, well, if we had chicken for both these nights, I can buy a bigger pack and just split it in half or something, and do it that way too. So it is helping. It is helping. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there, and wanted to keep things simple, and that's what we got. I do like this page better, so maybe I'll keep it open to this during the week. Let me know if you enjoyed this. Consider liking it. Consider subscribing. There are some new faces here, so thank you for joining. And yeah, I'm off to go put a little warning on the last video. It does come around, like I swear. It's like the lights are turned on halfway through. So, but yeah, I totally understand it. So I just sit around and talk for a little while longer. But at least, and then I do show the stickers like up front, like closer. So yeah. And I hope everyone is staying cool. Let me know about August. As I was mentioning, like, what does August feel like to you? Or besides holidays, is there a time of the year that feels more nostalgic for you? More like looking in the past a little bit? The holidays definitely do that because you're marking that like 1 year, and you're thinking about last year when you came together to do that. But August though is like, it's this whole month, and it's kind of this shared lazy, hazy days is what they call it. I don't know about lazy. I think it's like quiet because it's so quiet today out there. I see some families going on boats, but like right now, no one is on the street. Yeah, let me know about August for you if you're in the northern or southern hemisphere, or just other nostalgic times of the year. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.